At the center position, standing 6'11", number 8.
Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Thunder at the Peak at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Now for the Oklahoma City Thunder, they've won their so both teams making some changes here. 8 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. On the court for the Trailblazers, Bogdanovich out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Allen. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Craig in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by... And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated. Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity, it just doesn't have that heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
Garbage man in at shooting guard. Adams is out there with McGarry. Then it's Payne. And it's Stevenson in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here's Payne, covered by Lillard. And here's Payne. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. 5 on the clock, and it's blocked. And they get it back. Snatched away. Here's Bogdanovich. He's guarded by Stevenson. And that one's good. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. The Thunder with the lead. They set the pick. Now here's Payne. Defense right on him. Lillard against Stevenson. That one wide left. The Trailblazers have gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. They now take the lead. Aminu's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way. That's exactly how you want to do it.
Stevenson drives in, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And an important part of every team's game. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our... Thunder have got more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12 on the floor for Portland. We've got C.J. McCollum. Davis is out there with Von. Then there's Allen. And it's Craig, and it's the 5. And he knocks down the first one. Traffic from the line this time.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense.
And Adams kicks to Stevenson. Pass to Waiters. Fires the three. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
Yeah, very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Russell Westbrook. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
They set the pick. The jump hook, and it's off the back rim. No good.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Jackson with it, and it's Waiters picking him up, and he gets it to go.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Stevenson outside. Here is Garbage Man. The dish to Adams. To the middle. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem harnessing the power of that motor. Let's get your opinion, Shaq.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this guy. You get jealous. He feeds off that stuff. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60% of his shots. I don't care if you're playing one-on-one or one-on-five. That is a great percentage.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith.
Vengo con la sangre roja, con los pulmones llenos de rimas en mi boca, con los ojos...
great win for the team tonight. What can you take out of such a positive overall performance?
I knew the team was capable of a performance like this. I was feeling it tonight even before the game, telling guys in the locker room that this game was ours. Now I just got to keep them hungry. Not let them forget how dominant we could be. Huge win tonight. Huge win.
Are you getting the ball as much as you...
Honest answer? No, I'm not. I feel like we're a better team when I have the ball in my hands because of the way I create. Simple as that. Get me the ball, and the wins will follow.
So have the early stages with the new team been everything you hoped it would be?
Well, it's no secret I've wanted to be here for a long time. And I gotta say, it feels great. This is just the first game of many, and I know we're gonna do some big things here. Anything less than a championship will be considered a failure by me, so I hope y'all ready. Because I'm about to take my game to a whole nother level. So sit back and enjoy the ride. Is that all? All right, cool. Peace.
People
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Well, for the Pelicans, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. Guys, let's dig into some of the players who might be, less known to the viewers and talk about some of the more underrated players in the league. Who would be your picks? Underrated guys, Kenny?
I like Paul Millsap. I think he's underrated. I think his value to the team. There's a bunch of guys on that Atlanta team that's underrated.
What you been practicing, man?
Always. You'll see tonight.
I don't doubt it. But I'll be the only one putting on the real show.
Yeah, not if I have anything to say about it. You better start warming up now if you want to be anywhere near my level.
Always a talking freak. See you out there, man.
We've got NBA basketball in store from New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of the Pelicans, right here on 2K Sports. Last game for the Pelicans, they picked up a W against the Heat in Miami. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a fun team deciding to change it up. Here's Evans. A 17-point game for him in the win against Miami.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand. Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18, that's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Garbage man, he's in at point guard. Baca is out there with McGarry. Then it's Lance Stevenson, and it's Waiters in at the 2. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Inside, here's Garbage Man. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Garbage Man's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Thunder. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against Portland.
They played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for us as they should have.
Pass tomorrow. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. The shot by Evans, nobody around. Sinks the three-pointer. Evans has got 5.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not? And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Ibaka, the pass to McGarry. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Stevenson. Tight defense on him. And that one's good. McGarry. And the Thunder lead by 1.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the basket good. Asik's got 6. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
The Pelicans have gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Lots of room. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
And their field goal percentage shows that, over 60 now. Tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Stevenson left side. Foul call that time. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for New Orleans.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Pelicans lead by 2. And now it's Benjamin.
Well, Kevin,
we taking over. Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on to North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down to Miami, where
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation.
Russell, congratulations.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Russell Westbrook. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him. And down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.
Gotta hold down the city.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder at Chesapeake Energy Arena. And for Oklahoma City, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And the clock ticking down to tip off. Kenny, you won 2 championships, might I remind you, back to back. Explain to us the makeup of a champion.
Well,
and not the makeup you're wearing right now.
I never.
But the makeup of a championship team.
However, number one is the belief. You have to believe and trust in your teammates. Trust is the most important thing. And most people think trust comes from on the offensive end, but it's trust on the defensive end. Meaning, Ernie, if I'm going to send you baseline, I said that's the game plan. I have to trust that my teammate's going to be there, and I'm going to do it regardless if he misses his assignment.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Boston Celtics come in for this one. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And Wesley Matthews continues to remain sidelined with the injury.
And I don't think anybody expected them to be playing this well in his absence, guys. Somehow, they haven't really seemed to miss him at all. I was sure there'd be some kind of drop-off.
Well, you know, we knew they had depth, but you're right. Surprising.
Celtics trail by. And for Boston, Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. Jake Crowder out there with Alexander. And it's Zeller into 5, roaming the pass. Durant the pass to Westbrook. Here is Garbage Man. And Ibaka kicks to Durant. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. That one goes. Covered. And the Thunder lead by 9.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
Here's Garbage Man. That's tipped. The Celtics have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. In the corner, Crowder with it. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 3 assists in the game. The dish to Ibaka. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Ibaka's got 8 points.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Bradley kicks to Thomas. They get the rebound. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. They're going with a whole new group out there. And then for Boston, Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Crowder. And Alexander subbed in for Avery Bradley. Garbage Man in at point guard. Steven Adams is out there with McGarry. That's Lance Stevenson. And it's Waiters in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
I like his composure there under pressure as he was being double-teamed. Terrific pass.
Here is Garbage Man. Pass to McGarry. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Celtics have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Thunder.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, you kind of thought that maybe going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
And it'll mark their fourth win on the year, actually their fifth win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be the second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conference. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a two-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Durant. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team. And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a double.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
It was Garbage Man. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Don't be afraid to make the extra pass. It's open. Take it.
Checked in for Steven Adams. Austin also with the sub. Max checked in for Isaiah Thomas. No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against New Orleans. And he gets the bucket.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. He made it look easy that time.
Bradley with it. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. This ball moved by Boston. Here's Matt. Out to Wallace. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the second free throw, good. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let it away.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the site. Doris?
Key in securing this win tonight?
Well, we had to get stops. You know, those guys, they got so many options, so many good players, but we have to have to rally around each other and get stops.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
The game, Kevin Durant. And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan,
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. For Chicago, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. We will be watching Russell Westbrook in this one, and we hear from so many players and coaches who all say Westbrook has the mindset of the greats. What does that mean to you, Shaq?
You know, he plays with the swagger and the confidence. You know, a lot of guys in the league do not possess that. And he's a complete alpha player on the court. He's a big guy, a dominant big guy in a little man's body.
No, he's a dominant little guy with a big heart. So I would say it. I don't like to be a big man. I tell you what he does. His athleticism is unparalleled by anybody in the league. So what happens is you always have to put your bigger guard on him, and that changes the mismatches all over the court.
Let us get it down to Kevin Harlan as tip-off approaches.
Stop rephrasing my phrase.
Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. The Bulls happy to return to Chicago after the road trip and going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is.
Teams making some changes here. Here is Stevenson. So the Thunder 5 right now. Garbage man, he's in at shooting guard. Enes Kanter is out there with McGarry. Then it's Payne, and it's Stevenson in at the small forward position. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Here's Garbage Man. And And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. It's the... And emerging as a superstar, tremendous growth from Freak. We caught up with ace defender Jimmy Butler about the challenge of trying to contain him. But naturally, for a player like Jimmy Butler, who loves defense, plays terrific defense, you know, it's always going to be his priority, Greg, and focus. But Freak is a tough assignment, no matter who the defender is.
He sure is. I mean, you know, like Butler said, the first step is to not be intimidated. And it sounds like they've got that part down, at least.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Garbage Man in at shooting guard. And Stevenson is out there with McGarry. Then it's Ennis Cantor. And it's Payne at the one spot. And stolen by Roten. And here we go. Pass break. Roten's got it. And the shot is good. Harris has got his second basket of the game.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there. Because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Harris with it. Now defended by Garbage Man. Mirotic has a wide open look. No good on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
To halt the run, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of... of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for quarter. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far...
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
very confident.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Ibaka doing all kinds of things. 13 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Changes for Chicago. Portis, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. Harris comes in for Turner. And Roten subbed in for Jeremy Lin. And a new group in here for the Thunder. McGarry's checked in for Ibaka. And Stevenson comes in for Kevin Durant. Garbage man, he's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. They've got Jimmy Butler. Harris is out there with Tony Roten. Then it's Pau Gasol. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Here's Harris. He has 6. Pass to Roten. Back to Harris. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. This one too.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
It's clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Bulls shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first. And the Thunder making a change here. Waiters is checked in. Oklahoma City's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. So for Oklahoma City right now, Garbage man, he's in at the point. Gary out there with Lance Stevenson. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Portis, he's checked in for the Bulls. Turner comes in for Butler. And the second free throw, good.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Now here's Roten. He's tightly guarded. And Waiters over to help. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, with the game out of reach, intentional fouls don't mean anything. It's just an exercise in futility. Let the clock go.
Yeah, I agree with you, Clark. Just doesn't really make a lot of sense at this point. They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
This is how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Second free throw, no good. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the Boston Celtics. And a high bounce as it comes off the rim. Chicago leading by 22.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Chicago.
You're right. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin. Quite honestly, they were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Buffalo. He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Come on. This is just lifting.
Bulls have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. And it's Turner off the drive. Can't hit from in close.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Garbage man, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his third personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Bulls. 3. 2 shots.
Hello?